you so much, ladies, for joining today. We have a great conversation about why buy brand new construction homes versus older homes. And I have a special guest, Amanda, here today. Amanda, would you like to present yourself?
Hi, everybody. My name is Amanda. I've been with DR Horton for about 8 years, and I focus on the Broward and Palm Beach community areas. It's nice to meet everybody.
Awesome. And we also have myself. I'm Natalie Bevegni, a realtor here in South Florida. We have Sarita. Would you like to present yourself?
Yes, hi, how are you? I'm Sarita Bernstein. I have been a realtor for almost 20 years, and I work the southeast part of Florida.
Wonderful. Thanks for joining us, Sarita. And Carmen Ramirez. How are you today?
Doing great. Thank you for the opportunity. My name is Carmen Ramirez, and I work with EXP with you ladies, and this is a pleasure to be here today.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, anyway, so let's get into this discussion. So Amanda, tell us about DR Horton Homes first off, and what are we looking at here?
So yeah, I mean, DR Horton is the #1 home builder since 2002. We're in 36 different states, so we're a nationwide company based out of Texas. Our division is Southeast Florida, so our division covers Miami-Dade, Broward, Palm Beach, and Martin County. So if you guys, could you go to the next slide?
Yes.
Next.
Okay, next. Okay, so we're in 126 markets. So we're growing all over, the country. Next. So we have different series of DR Horton. So we say that we have a home for every stage in life for different buyers. So our tradition series is our bread and butter. That's emphasis on value and trust. A lot of our communities are tradition. We have Emerald series, which is our highest series for luxury as far as our features. So they're going to be our highest end for interior features of the homes. Express series is for our starter homes. So it's more for first-time home buyers, entry level. And then the Freedom series is for active adult lifestyle. So all of our communities have different series, and I'll go over that with the communities that we have to try to help everyone at, in everyone's different stage of life. We do have special interest rates. So this is something that makes us very unique to others in the market. We do have special interest rates with our mortgage company called DHI Mortgage. It's an entity of DR Horton. So it's for primary home buyers. We have a 5.5 FHA rate and a 5.99 conventional rate. That's a 30-year fixed interest rate. And it's for any home that can close by the end of June. And this is for our whole entire division. So actually, it's really for the whole Florida region as well. But this is something that, we try to promote because compared to the market, this at least gives people peace of mind that they don't have to worry about the interest rate. So this is something that really helps our buyers, and it really saves a lot of money on your monthly payment.
Yes. And I've heard you all have been really consistent with what you're offering in the loan department as well.
Yes, we are.
That's great.
Next. So this is another special that our division has newly rolled out. Normally it's not for sure every month. Our incentives change. So it's, limited time opportunity, but our management team have rolled out an all closing costs paid on select homes. So normally it's on the homes that close the following month. So like this month, for the month of March, any home that closes by April, if you use our preferred lender, we are paying all your closing costs. There are a couple fees that are not included in that. So the $1,000 builder fee, the survey fee, and the CDD prepaids, if there are any. Other than those 3 items, we cover everything else. So this is this is a game changer for our customers because really they only have to worry about their down payment and just a little bit extra. Other than that, we're taking care of everything. So this is a new special our division has rolled out that really has helped our customers.
Okay. So Amanda, I know Sarita had a question on what are the hidden costs. of
Yeah.
buying a pre-construction property. Sarita, you want to go
Yes.
ahead and ask?
I would like to know what are the hidden costs of buying a pre-construction property?
No, of course. So there's certain things that everyone could be look out for when you do, new construction. Number one is, sometimes people look at the models and you can ask saying, hey, is there anything that's portrayed in the models that's not in the home? So that's a good question that I would always ask your sales agent if any customer goes there. So there's certain things like light fixtures. Those aren't, I don't know, speak for other builders, but for us, light fixtures aren't included. So there's little things that I would always ask as far as that, lot premiums and options. So a lot of times if you want to make sure when you're looking at prices, you want to make sure that it's the price that includes everything, because a lot of the homes do have lot premiums and options already in the home. So that's a good question to, ask the sales agent. I always circle the price so people know this price includes everything.
So with that being said, what are some of the clauses in a contract? I know we were just talking about the lending. What are some of the clauses that we should look out for?
That's exactly one of the questions that I was going to ask. Do you have any escalation clauses for the closing, for the prices?
No, we don't have that.
We don't have that.
We really tell people as far as our contracts, number one, because we're a national builder, we can't make edits to any of the contracts. So that's the first thing we tell people. We do advise everyone, to have your attorney review it, but we cannot change the language in our contracts. There's certain important clauses. We do tell people that, once you sign it and all the parties sign it, it's a binding contract. So I would definitely ask if there's a financing contingency, because that way you have peace of mind if something happens with financing that, you can get your earnest money back. I would assume most builders would have that, but, it's really generic clauses. So it's for that. We always cover ourselves saying that, everything that you're reading in the contract is what you're going to be going by, not anything from previous conversations. Important things is if you delay your closing, if your closing is delayed, there could be a charge for that as well. Every day that you delay your closing, you just have to make sure that you're working with the lenders very well and making sure you're communicating and not, you want to always make sure you're in contact with the lenders. And the contract's just there to help people. So it helps you with utilities. You have 3 days to switch over your utilities after you close. So there's just important information on that as far as just guiding you to make the closing, pretty smooth.
Amanda, excuse me, do you have, once the buyer signs the contract with you, do they have certain time in order to send it to their attorney and get off the contract just in case there's something that the attorney tells them not to?
So we work with
rescission period. That was my question. Do you have
So we don't really have that, but we do work with our customers. So if let's say they want an attorney to review it, sometimes we can send over a draft contract in advance. So that way they have some time to have people review it. Or I could speak to my boss and say, hey, there's different circumstances that we can work with to give, maybe if they need a peace of mind of something. But normally the best thing to do is to ask ahead of time. So that way the agent can send you a draft. So that way it's not, no one feels rushed. As you're going through the process, you have time to, show your attorney the contract. And that way when you're fully ready, you can move forward and you don't have delays. So that's what I would recommend for that.
Thank you.
And from the, let's just say we go and see a property and we like one of the properties, but the specific home isn't built yet. What is the time frame of that home being built?
Yeah, for us, normally it's 180 days. But for us, most of the homes that we release have already started in construction. So, like for instance, in the community in Pembroke Pines, which I would like to go over a little bit about each community that we have. But the community in Pembroke Pines, we have April, June, and July closings. So normally we already have a set estimated closing date that's already set, so people know when their closing date, should be. So
so that's good, because that's where the escalation clause would have come in, and that's the only reason why it would have come in, is because interest rates fluctuate. So with your lender, are your interest rates fluctuating?
So basically because we don't have the escalation clause. So if they do the special rate, then they know what their rate's going to be because they're locked in. Now, if they do, let's say, for instance, we have July closings in Pembroke Pines. So July would be market interest rate because the special rates are only valid on June closings. So what we tell our customers is that the interest rate will lock about 30 to 45 days prior to you closing. So, they have to feel comfortable with that. And, that's just kind of how that works as far as, they'll be talking to our lender and, once it gets closer to closing, that's when the interest rate will lock at whatever it is in the market.
Okay. So you wanted to talk about Pembroke Pines.
Yeah, just a little bit about these 4 communities. So, we have a community, I'll start with Pembroke Pines. It's called Merrick Square. This is our Emerald series. So this is going to be the highest end for luxury. So we call them luxury townhomes. They start, the lowest price is $674 and it goes up to about $760. All the windows, something about Emerald, couple of the features, all the windows are impact glass. So you don't have to worry about hurricane shutters. They're all the kitchens. They have a waterfall kitchen edge countertop. The countertops are thicker. They're 3 cm. Full backsplash in all the kitchens. So if anybody would like to come see the models, we have 4 different models to go through. 2 of the floor plans have a full bedroom and a full bathroom on the first floor, which I know sometimes people are really looking for in townhomes. There's a clubhouse, pool, fitness center. It's an unmanned gated community. And it's in a great school district. So, that's a little bit about Merrick Square. The HOA is $142 a month.
Which is really low.
Yeah, it's a great community. We get people from all over. It's a great, family-oriented community. Pembroke Pines is a great area. A lot of people are coming to Pembroke Pines from all different, areas. So Highland Oaks and Pompano Beach, that's our final opportunity community. So what that means is we only have about 4 homes left and the community will be completely sold out. Something amazing about this community is you get new construction in Broward County from the 470s. So this community is 10 minutes to the beach and east of I-95. All the ones that we have left are all corner units. They're 17, 19 square feet. So if anyone's interested in seeing that, you can just call me or text me and we can set it up an appointment so you can go and see that. But that one will be sold out very soon. We have Newberry Court in Haverhill and Highland Oaks, just so you know, and Pompano is our Express series. So it's our, for our starter home series. So to keep the cost down, the upgrades will be a little bit less in that community.
Oh, that was actually a question of ours. Is it worth it to customize your home? Because I know you guys offer those.
So we don't, to be honest, we don't have that many options. We have different packages. So DR Horton likes to keep things fairly easy. So in Pembroke Pines, we have 5 different packages and they're all mixed within every floor plan. So people will tell us kind of what package they like. At Highland Oaks, there's 2 different packages. It's really just the color of the cabinet. Some are white and some are gray. So at Highland Oaks, there's a little bit less upgrades. Our options really are only washer, dryer, and window blinds. So we don't have, additional options for people to choose from. But we tell people, you can, if there's certain things that people want to upgrade after they close, they're more than welcome to.
What does it include in the property, like a refrigerator, washer and dryer?
Yeah, so all of our
everything?
kitchen appliances are included. That's something I was also going to mention for hidden costs is to ask that question. So for us, for DR Horton, all of our kitchen appliances are included. Our washer and dryer is an option and window blinds are an option. So that's always a good question to ask because sometimes people assume if they see the models that they're incled.
Exactly.
Remember, you said before that the Emerald has the impact windows.
Yes.
It's only for Emerald?
So not necessarily. So not necessarily. Some communities, depending on the city they're located in, they might have impact. So Highland Oaks does not have impact windows on Pompano Beach. We do provide hurricane shutters. But the two communities in Palm Beach County that are Newberry Court and Ashwood, they both have impact windows. So it depends.
Now, is that because it's a different series?
So not necessarily, because Ashwood Cove is express and it has impact windows. So sometimes there are differences in the series. Like I said, it could be on city regulations. So it's always good to ask. I wouldn't assume. So I would always ask saying, hey, do you have impact windows in this?
But they are an option, correct?
No, it's not an option.
No. Can they do it after?
Yeah, of course. So
Okay.
and these are things that, we tell people if you want to upgrade your countertops after, you're getting it for a great price. And if there's little things you want to do after, you're more than welcome to
So
do that.
basically, you just replace it after you close. You close and then you replace whatever you don't like.
And also that's like the carpet. So people ask that all the time. The carpet the stairs and upstairs are always going to be carpet.
Carpet.
So people ask that. We don't have an option to put tile. So we tell people you can get everything ready, and after you close, you can switch it to tile. So
excellent. Amanda, another question. I'm sorry to interrupt. What about common areas? You have like a pool, amenities?
So it depends on every community. So for instance, Merrick Square and Pembroke Pines, we have the pool, the clubhouse, the fitness center. At Highland Oaks, it's a low maintenance community. So we have a little tot lot, a 4-square court, and then there's a community lake with a walking path. At Newberry Court in Haverhill, that community is a really nice community. That community, we do have a pool, cabana, and tot lot. Like I said, all the windows are impact glass. It's starting from the 460s. And we have decorated models there as well. And then Ashwood Cove and Lake Worth, that community just has a tot lot for amenities. That community starts from the 450s, so it's a little bit less than Haverhill. That community actually has the same exact floor plans as Newberry Court, but because Ashwood Cove is express, the upgrades are a little bit less inside the homes, but they still do have impact windows. So, I mean, those are great price points, and a lot of people are moving north. So
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great. You want to move on to the next slide where it's talking about Broward?
Yes.
There you go.
So Broward County, I just wanted to go over 2 communities that are going to be coming soon that we're really excited about. So we do have a community coming soon to Pompano Beach, and it should be opening tentatively in the month of April. So it is opening very soon. So if you're interested, please reach out so we can add you to our interest list and keep you updated exactly when we open. But it's going to be 59 single family homes, which is really exciting because I know everyone is looking forward to single family. There is a lot of townhomes out there, so it's something that we're really excited about. It's in between the Turnpike and I-95, just north of Atlantic Boulevard and west of Andrews and east of Power Line. It's right across from Hunter Manor Park. So if you want to drive by there, you can put Hunter's Manor Park in your GPS. It's right across from there. So that's a community we're really excited about. We don't have prices yet, but once we have them, we'll share them with everybody. And we do have a community coming soon to Davie. It's called Vineyards. This community will be opening sometime probably around August or September. It could get delayed a little bit, but we're hoping August or September timeframe, we do get to open this community. It's a mix of townhomes and single family homes. So it's 51 townhomes and 35 single family homes. It's on Griffin Road in between University and Davie Road. So it's just west of the Turnpike.
I drove by it yesterday.
Yeah, we're really excited about this community.
Great
Be my neighbors.
Yeah, and this community
Right
is
there.
Emerald. So it's Emerald, so it's just like very similar to Pembroke Pines. Also, the townhomes in Davie are very similar to the townhomes in Pembroke Pines. So, but yeah, that's a community we're really looking forward to it. So if you want to get on our interest list, please feel free to reach out so I can add you to it and keep everybody updated.
And regarding pricing and prices, I'm very interested to see where the prices of new construction homes go within the next year because of the new tariffs being set up with Canada. our president, because this is where we get 80% of our building supplies. So it'll be interesting to see. And that next slide that I'd like to talk to you about and show you and show everyone is what a pre-construction home, this beautiful home, was built in 2010. And it sold for about 400. Actually, this one sold for 506. And it sold just 2 months ago in 2025, January 2025, $1,367,000. So the value in buying a brand new pre-construction home is priceless. There's some things that I see, you don't have to upkeep with the maintenance, a brand new roof, a brand new plumbing, brand new electricity. All of those things are very costly. So if we go to the next slide, I have another one that's actually active on the market. Next slide. Thank you. And this one's for sale right now. This one also was
Beautiful.
The other house though. Anyway, what the other one was bought in 471,000 and it's selling for 1.3 million. This one's pending. This one's more like a townhome that we're selling now today. It was sold for 381 and it is pending for 889. So the value in a pre-construction home, like I said, hopefully I showed here, is really valuable. You get the convenience of having a brand new property, not having to deal with the maintenance, knowing what you're getting. There are no surprises. What do you think about that, Amanda?
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing is the surprises too, because I think people unfortunately are pleasantly surprised in the resale market and you don't know what you're truly getting. So I say that all the time. Like, you feel a sense of comfort, you know what you're getting. Also, like you said, you can build a lot of equity in new construction. I mean, us builders, we increase our prices, as we go on, and people are going to build equity from us being here too. So
that's actually another plus for the DR Horton Homes. You guys are very consistent. And you're consistent in your pricing. It's not that you're going to price it at, $800,000 and then next month it's coming down to 750, because that wouldn't be fair for the person who bought at 800,000. It's actually, you were mentioning earlier that it's usually going up, right? Well, if we go to the next slide, I'd like to show everyone what a new community looks like. As you can see in the first picture, the lots are empty and they build the homes. This is the type of homes that they're building. It's really great construction. And, you can even drive through a neighborhood. Amanda, there are some homes that you can show us. You mentioned in these other two in Pembroke Pines, right?
Yeah.
Pembroke Pines and Pompano. You had 4 left, I think, or maybe 6.
Yeah, in Pompano I have 4 left. We have inventory in Palm Beach and those 2 communities as well. And in Pembroke Pines we have about 55 homes left. So, and also remember, it's concrete block construction, first and second floor. So, I mean, it's a great quality.
You said concrete in the second floor as well?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So if we go to the next slide, could you talk a little bit about why buying a DR Horton home?
Yeah, of course. And just so you know, we are a one-stop shop. So we have our own title and mortgage company. We have closing costs too, that if you use our preferred lender, we contribute closing costs. So that's a big plus for people because they don't have to come out of pocket with so much money. So some things about buying a new DR Horton home versus, an older home. Number one, you can choose and personalize your floor plan. You can take a look at sometimes people go to a few of our communities, and they find which one is best for them. So we have new modern designs. We have a customer care program. Everyone is going to have a new home warranty, which is a big deal. So we have a 1-year warranty with a limited warranty that basically covers almost everything besides, kitchen appliances and plants. And then you have a 2-year heating, cooling, and mechanical warranty. And then we have a 10-year major structural warranty with RWC. So that really helps you protect your investment and gives you peace of mind. Also about, energy efficiency. So, there's real savings every month. A lot of it's a brand new home. So your utility bill shouldn't be, as high as an older home. Also you get
and the insurance costs.
Oh yeah.
Your homeowner's
insurance is a big deal. So
Yep, that's a big one.
what are you
people that-
seeing actually? What are you seeing?
So
So I
like
see there's an old home here at the bottom, right? And you've got your nice, beautiful, brand new home right at the top there, which is the new style. So what are you seeing regarding homeowners insurance?
So yeah, homeowners insurance with us, it's a lot less. I mean, we have also, when you go looking at homes, ask the person there to give you a payment estimate that breaks down everything so you can really look at it. So we have calculators on our computer. So our mortgage insurance is really, for most of our communities, is very low. Our mortgage company shops around at different, they shop around to get like an average for when they estimate it. But it's very low. Most of the homes, like I said, it's just a brand new home. So it's not comparable to an older home that I heard. From what I hear, older homes, the homeowners insurance is crazy high. So, it's extremely low with us. You know, like for instance, just an example, it's estimated, but at Merrick Square, it's around estimated around 2,400 a year, which is fairly low. So if
That's
you divide that by
really low.
12, it's really low. So that's,
Yeah.
that's coming from our mortgage team as an estimate. But obviously everyone has the right to get how much they want covered in the homeowners insurance. So it's up to everybody. But for new construction, with sometimes if they have impact windows, etc., it's brand new. Your roof is brand new. The roof is a big deal too. I know with the resales of having to, and all the assessments that there are with those roofs, buying a resale. So
and these roofs last how long now?
So, I mean, and also I wanted to also add in too with the roofs that it's fee simple. Another question I wanted to add into the hidden costs is you should ask if the community is fee simple, treated like single family, or is it a condominium association? Most of our communities are fee simple. So I think honestly, all of them. So it's treated like single family. So the homeowner is in charge of their roof, the exterior, which is better because a lot of these condo associations, they're in control of everything. And those HOAs are going crazy high. And that's why people are trying to sell condos and they're having difficulty with it. So basically, I just wanted to share that, you have control over, obviously, if there's a major issue, I'm sure the HOA will get involved to try to organize everything, but everyone is in charge of their own roof, and you have the 10-year, major structural.
So my question then, when you have the townhomes, be it that each one is treated as a owner, each part of the roof, it's their own. What happens when one start to change it, then put it, you can see.
Can't do that.
No, you can see it by pieces, how they change it, how when they replace the roof. Or that would be something that the community would have to do.
I mean,
at least the tiles, for example.
Yeah, I mean, the HOA definitely will get involved. I mean, they want everything to be consistent. I mean, that's why we have an HOA, but it's more of just the costs and things like that. It is broken down. Everyone should file a claim with their insurance company. It's more of individual than all together. So, which is something I did want to point out because sometimes that could be, important to people.
And so having these new homes, I think it's on the next slide, Mario, please. What are the advantages? I see there's a lot of upgrades.
So yeah, we have all of our homes are smart homes. So it's called Home is Connected. This is all of D.R. Horton. I mean, there could be little differences, but for our division, all of the homes come with this, so which is really nice. There is an upgrade option. So I do tell my customers that they're going to come and set up your smart home. If you want to connect, the cops coming, the fire department, there's a small fee a month for that service. But other than that, everything is included. So you're going to get a little camera doorbell in the front of your house. You get a panel inside. You also have an alarm.com app on your phone that you get to download, and you can control a lot of things from your phone. So we also have the light switches are called deco light switches. So you can actually replace them and put dimmers. So, it's definitely honestly, and there's people that because of our smart home, that makes their decision. It gives them peace of mind that, that they have this security system.
Mm-hmm. That's great.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
So it's a great, and you can see them when you go through our models. So we have them all in our models. You can see kind of what they look like and, all the features of them.
Do you have any options? I can't remember what the home is called right now, but it's an apartment inside the home.
I don't know. No. Apartment inside the.
I know. I was at a project in the Homestead area with the D.R. Horton homes, and they do have that. So I'm just looking in the Pompano Beach area, maybe.
Or are you talking about
area.
like next generation?
Yes, there you go.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, in-law.
So yeah, we don't have that in Broward or Palm Beach or Martin County, but we do have that in Homestead. We have 2 communities that have it, but I believe we only have 1 community that has like inventory that has the next gen. I think the other ones are sold out because that's very popular.
Yeah, I know.
So they sell out very quickly. So if you are interested, we do have a community called Estrella Square. It's in Homestead, and it's larger homes, from the 800s, and they do have the next gen floor plan.
Wonderful. Well, is there anything else you can think of that you'd like to tell us about that's really interesting?
I mean, no, it's feel free, please, to reach out to me. I'm happy to help and talk to everybody. But, like we're saying, do your due diligence, when you're going and looking at all the homes, and, you have to really think of the pros of buying new versus old.
Right.
And also another thing I wanted to add is when you buy new, we have to have all these inspections too that are done by the city. And we already have third-party inspectors. So another good thing is when you're buying a resale, you have to get an inspection. It could be $800 to $1,000. For us, you don't have to do that. You do have the option if you want to do that. You're more than welcome. But we also have 2 walkthroughs with our construction team before you close, and you create a punch list. So you go around the whole house, you check all the lights, everything, all the cabinets. Construction writes down notes. So that way, when you move in, the home is up to the standards that, it should be. So we try to give all of our customers peace of mind, and, we treat every customer like they're part of our family. So it's very important to us. And also I wanted to add in about realtors. I know that was something. So realtors are very important to D.R. Horton. Every builder is different, but in general, having a realtor is amazing because you have another expertise that can help you, get better specials because they know what to ask. What I will say is that if you're trying to get the best special at new construction, as far as us, the sooner the home can close, those are the best specials we have. So like, for instance, our April specials, we have some reduced pricing. We have special rates. We have more incentives. So the sooner the house can close, that will be the best special. And, we really value our realtor partners, and your realtors are there to help you. They're there to advocate for their customers, so sometimes people ask us, not sometimes, almost all the time, is it different if you have a realtor or don't have a realtor? The answer is no. So we don't lower.
They ask us that too.
We don't lower the prices. We don't.
That's important.
No, someone asked me that, like, I think 3 customers yesterday.
Yeah.
We don't reduce our prices. Our specials are not changed.
Right.
Everything is the same.
Right.
So, they're just here to help you guys. And, if you need something, they could even contribute if needed. So they're there. It's a good, I advise everyone, to have a realtor partner.
And Amanda, I really appreciate you saying that, because it is so important to have just an extra set of eyes on there. But I also appreciate your hot list that you send out these incentives to us realtors. Yes. We're always on top of it. Yeah. Then we send it out to our clients, and that's the way they can get the best deal. So I really do appreciate you guys too, and being so consistent with such a great product, and always having something on hand for someone to buy a new construction property. So thank you so much. Sarita and Carmen, do you have one last question you'd like to ask?
No, I just want to thank Amanda for everything she said and for make us clear about everything. Thank you, Amanda.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
we're
Yeah.
here to help, no matter what community you want to go to, we have other communities and we want to guide everyone to the best place that they feel most comfortable with. So, we really want to help all of our customers.
Yeah,
Well,
just
thank
want
you
to say
so much.
thank you, Amanda. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your support. And it's definitely a great deal to have you, as part of our team and supporting us and giving us all the information. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Of course. Thank you, everybody.
All right. Have a great day.
Have a great
Ciao.
bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Ciao.
Ciao, ciao.